like our original hex is still going to be on Ethereum. That's not moving, right? So effectively, we are essentially kind of we're taking the ark. We're taking like Moses' ark over to another land, basically, and surviving the flood. Because Ethereum's not upgrading enough. And now I will say, yeah, I'm proud of them. Yay, they did Ethereum 2.0. That's fucking awesome. But they still have to do the Shanghai, the EIP, the Shanghai fork, basically. And once they do that, and supposedly that's going to be this September. So we're supposed to have the unlock of all the Ethereum 2.0 coins unlock in September of 2023. Cool. Do I believe that? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Because
what does that mean, unlocked? What does that mean for Ethereum?
Okay, so you've heard of Ethereum 2.0. Have you seen on the exchanges they have like ETH2 or staked ETH and stuff like that, or something called There's something called Lido, so Lido is like a company who effectively what they do is they take they make derivative tokens for staking products. So I mean, shit. I mean, if Hex is popular enough, I wouldn't be surprised one day they try to do this. They try to do that for Hex at one point as well, where like basically what would happen is imagine that you had a 1 year or 15 years token stake, and then basically you're just I mean, it's kind of basically what Hedron or not Hedron, forgive me, Maxi is already. But it would basically make their. I mean, that's actually the only competitor I could actually see to Maxi, to the Poly team and stuff like that, and the Maximus team is probably if Lido comes in the market, and they would probably not give them a run for their money, but probably they would be an actual competitor actually. That would be the only other competitor I could see coming into the market. But that's such a far ways away. And then they would basically be like a Pepsi to Coca-Cola in that sense. But because they're respected so much by TradFi and the kind of overall DeFi system, they would still be a competitor to it and stuff like that. So don't worry, Maximus, they're not coming now. But like if they ever did, that would be the only people I could see doing that to you, like as a competitor in terms of that. But I heard
Shanghai come up earlier too on the comments on the video saying, oh, PulseChain is too late. Shanghai's going to launch all this stuff. So that's why I was asking about it. Just like,
okay. So PulseChain. I mean, PulseChain originally was going to be regular Ethereum that we had originally, but since the upgrade happened, we're going to be the Ethereum 2.0 version of it. In the version that comes out, we can already stake Pulse and unstake it, just like that's it. So it's like we're pretty much going to come out with the Shanghai fork already. Done. All the Shanghai fork is there's a lot of people who got their Ethereum, they started staking it in the 2.0 contract to earn yield, but it's a one-way street. You can't take your Ethereum out. Your interest gets paid out to you, but you can't take it out. So it's like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? When the Shanghai fork happens, these people will finally be able to take their Ethereum out of the contract and have it liquid in their hands. Now, here's the problem. Why this is such a big problem is because this is basically a gigantic stake coming out, the biggest Ethereum stake of all time. Now don't completely quote me on this, but I think 40 or 50% of all Ethereum is staked. So wow. The average price for this Ethereum that's in the Ethereum 2.0 contract is like $300. We are at currently $1,300. So what do you think will happen when you have a massive amount of Ethereum unlock?
They're going to restake it for 15 years.
No. Oh. well, okay. They could restake it. Now, here's the thing: is like the way Ethereum is going to work is that there's no really unlock period. At most, maybe a day. But basically, you stake your Ethereum. And then I don't want to stake it anymore. You take it out. That's it. So it's very loosey. It's very in and out staking, but still it does have an incentive to. Most people will just leave their money there while they're chilling, right? So what's going to happen is this is kind of the problem, and they know this is a problem. Is that if they unlock these tokens now, it's going to cascade the price down. I mean, basically, we're gonna I would probably see like. By the time in September this ends up happening, we're probably going to be at a $3,000 to $2,600 Ethereum price, and it would cascade us back down to about $800 to
$500. Okay, so you're thinking that crypto, like we've already sort of bottomed, or you think September, like when all the
no. The bottom's going to happen very soon, but we're going to have now. I think the bottom is going to happen very soon. Now, the pump that's going on right now, I think a lot of this is based off of a couple of YouTubers very respected guys in the space and stuff. What's his name? Bob Lucas. Bob Lucas just recently said, like, I don't know if the bottom's in yet, but I'm buying, and I'm okay with buying here. And a lot of people just blindly follow that guy. Not, no disrespect to him. I actually think he's one of the few guys that actually is trying to, like, kind of doing it right. But he basically told everybody, like, yo, I think I'm gonna start buying here because I don't want to. If I'm wrong and this like, I don't want to be. I want to buy these prices. So he pretty much said, like, he recommended people to buy 17 and $16,000 BTC in Ethereum, and I think a lot of people are just blindly following that and buying right now. So I think that's why there's so much strength right now. It's because of, like, but now people are like, and Bob Lucas has like 100,000 K channel, but he's followed secretly by basically every kind of stock. I mean, I'm not stock. Every charting YouTuber. I'm a fundamentals guy, so even though I do respect the guy, I listen when he has like 1 or 2 videos like a year where it's like it's kind of more macro focused. I listen to it just because, all right, let me hear what he's got to say as a point in my screen. But a lot of these guys who are mostly, I would call them like I would call them like TA guys. These TA guys kind of secretly follow the guy and are in their paid groups in the background, just double checking to see that their stuff's kind of in line with that. So you're having a lot of secret copycatting in the Bitcoin and Ethereum space because of Bob Lucas, as well as there's another guy. What's his name? Oh my God, this is how little I follow these TA guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. So there's Bob Lucas, and then there's one more. It'll come to me. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. It's just kind of on my what is his freaking name?
Sorry.
Yeah, but it'll probably come to me. But basically, yeah, there's like two guys that are really like the main guys, and that's really the main dudes. And basically, because they're kind of the last prophets of the last cycle now, of who's like respected in the crypto space. I really believe Richard should be up there because he called the tops and the bottoms and stuff, like, way more correctly than these guys. Ben Cohen, thank you so much. Ben Cohen. Yeah, that's the name, Ben Cohen. So now Ben Cohen took a lot more heat for some of his calls, but is still very highly respected. And then the other guy right there, like, did it a little bit more better. And then he had like basically, because he had a model portfolio, he invested $100,000 in this portfolio, and then over these last 4 years, it's grown to $700,000 on the safe stuff, no degenerate stuff, just kind of safe stuff. So he's kind of a DCAer and kind of a holder for a long period of time. But then he does say, like, hey, there is times you should be taking profits and then trying to buy lows again. Yeah, I agree with it. So it's like, so he has a very vanilla like version of it. If I followed his advice, I would nowhere be as rich as I am today. Absolutely not, right? But for some people, that's perfectly okay. Like that's still, in 4 years to make 7 times on your capital. That's incredible. That really is incredible. Like, especially if you come from equity. But this is kind of the problem with these kind of guys that come from TradFi, or they come from like the stock space, is that they're for me, they're too cautious in this space, especially for how much volatility we have here in the space. But it for a lot of people, they're like it's refreshing to hear some people like, these guys are sensible, they're responsible, But I think it's just I just don't think it's 100% the correct strategy, personally.